Welcome back to another episode. It's time to get these guys out for a bit of a fly. We've got a fair bit of weather coming in this afternoon and a bit of strong wind, so I thought we'll get them back up, try and keep them up as long as possible, because I don't want them to fall behind again. I don't want them to get lazy. I want to try and keep them flying really well, because we had them one straight out, but we did have them up to 2 hours at one point, and I want to make sure they kind of stay around that, just so when we do get to tossing, they do sort of maintain the fitness. I'm just waiting for these to go out, but there's only one that went out and the rest are just up. Who is that anyway? Try and get them out, come on. Didn't take much to coax them to get out. Let's hope they stay up a little bit longer than yesterday. That was only just to get out, stretch their wings type of thing, but hopefully today it's a little bit better. The flock is small, but it's only going to stay small for a very short period of time, because there's young birds coming over and we're about to set down a whole bunch on pairs, which you'll see. I've moved a couple of birds in here as well, so we can start organising the pairs over in there, which we might go and have a look at in a second. I'll just get the flag up, and hopefully these guys stay up for half hour, 40 minutes and get a bit of fitness and stretch those wings. So they're really moving now. Yesterday a little bit off, but today they are really cruising around. There is 4 hens I think in that flock that I kind of want to use. I'm a little bit short on hens, so I might actually use those 4 for breeding. They've all been out to the end of the freeway, all come back pretty well. Here they come here, and they're doing pretty well, so I want to keep their fitness up a bit, because they will be out of flying for a little bit, so we'll see. They have, like I said, they've been there in the freeway, and they're the kind of the hens that I've always said that will fly for 2 hours. They'll just keep going where the other birds will want to come in. There's a couple there, so pretty excited just to see how they go. We'll probably cross them into some of our BDBs. We just need a few extra birds to sort of pop up our numbers for this new loft that we are going to build. So we'll just keep them going, keep an eye on them, and keep the fitness up a bit. So I'm going to try and utilise the hens that I've got. I don't want to bring in too many different varieties and lines and things like that, because I just really want to utilise the Leo Storm line, and which is Gavy and Leo Hermans, and then I want to bring in the newer version of Leo Hermans, which is some Vanderblux to test. We've still got a lot of Leo and Storm, and we'll continue to keep them together for this season, but we've also crossed in some of the Leo Storm babies into a few of the other ones in the breeding loft as well, which we'll have a look at a little bit later on this video. So that's kind of why I want to pull out a couple of the hens. Not many of the cocks sort of stand out. There is 2 in that nest box that we're breeding with the barless and that, but we may use them. I just don't have any outsourced hens to bring in right now. All the ones that we've seemed to have obtained recently are all cocks, so a little bit limited. So it's basically that's what we're going to have to do. We're just going to utilise some of the hens that we've got, and hopefully next season we'll have a little bit more. They seem to have split up a bit, but yeah, we'll wait till next season to see what happens. But now we've got plenty of numbers to do what we need to do. I thought the hawks might have split them up a little bit. They still stick in reasonably high, but they still like to hang around the house a little bit. Like they are here, like to stay pretty low, which I don't mind. They'll do that for 2 hours when they need to, and it really deters the falcons from coming in, because we've got some peregrines that sort of live up on the tower up there, so it's very handy that the birds know where to fly and what level to stay at to kind of deter those falcons from coming in, because they do touch them up a bit. We haven't lost too many birds, but they do give them a hard time. As long as the birds are flying, that's the main thing, and we don't want them to go backwards. Right, looks like that weather starting to come in, so I might have to bring these birds in. Let's just drop this down. Works pretty well in the actual wind. You've noticed there's a few other birds in here. Might need a little white hen, and then the blue bar hen up behind her, which has come from the stock loft. That's a Leo Hermans from Adamarcha. Just bringing them out of the way at the moment, because we're going to start setting up that other loft with a few more breeding boxes and things like that. I've got them out here. I might bring them in. I just gave this loft a bit of a clean. Come on. And I'll take that down so I can bring the other birds in. Come on. Come on. Come on. And that didn't work too well. Anyway, got them all in. It's a little bit windy, so it's blowing everything around. I'll get this locked up and then we'll head in and have a look at the breeders. So all the birds are back in after about 45 minutes flying, all having a little bit of a stack, and we'll give them a bit more of a feed later on. But that was good, happy. Let's get this up. Have a quick little look in here. I just had to do something today that I wasn't overly keen on doing, but it's kind of something that just had to happen, I think. So you notice there's 3 in here. These 2 are the splits. This one's considerably bigger, but we've had to move in one of the tiger grizzle babies. I'd say this one here is a pied. This is the bigger one, pretty much the same size as this one. So just want to check to make sure they've got plenty of food in there. He's getting plenty of food. They all are. I'm going to have to do this for a few days because the nestmate to this, which is the very small one, we'll have a look at him in a minute and see how he's going, has been getting a bit of a rough trot. I'd say this one's actually pushed that other one out of the nest, and he was a little bit cold before, and he is actually heaps smaller than this one. So hopefully taking this one away and leaving him in with the parents, that he'll be okay. I did consider putting him in with these other ones, but this one's nestmate's way too small, so these are very similar size. They should get a pretty good chance. The birds will look after these quite fine, but we really need to get that little tiger grizzle in there a bit of a chance, because I'm not going through this all again trying to get a tiger grizzle and we don't get one. Let's put you guys back in there. Big daddy, hey. Good boy. Alright, give you guys a little bit more seed, and then we'll go in here and have a look at this little tiger grizzle I'm talking about. We've got a nice big bucket of seed in here now ready for him. Oh yeah. The breeders love this little mix. Alright, let's tell you what, those new Vanderblocks, they are the wildest pigeons I think I've ever owned. And they're like someone throwing a brick at your head. That one just smacked me. The only reason I'm doing this is my breeders, they pick through what they want. The breeders know what they want better than what you think. So you just give them what they want. That's what I'm doing now. They can pick through that, and what I do is I just feed this to the chickens. The chickens love this, so they get the leftovers, where the breeders get to pick through all the good seeds. Because definitely this year I want to make sure our babies have the best chance possible, and that is making sure they can have as much good seeds as they want. Who's crowing up here? There's no that funny business in here at the moment, please. So let me have a look at him for a second. I'll shut that back up. This is a little tiger grizzle I was talking about. We can see he's a little bit stunted up. I don't know if you guys have been watching for some time and you remember the little tiger grizzle egg that we put in under the original barless hen. She bred one very similar to this actually. I don't know if it's just the actual tiger grizzles, the pure tiger grizzles that come out. This little guy looks like he might struggle a bit. I'll just bring him over here. Just want to have a little bit of a feel. He's got quite a lot of seeds in there. I don't know how he's going to go. I'm saying that this one is probably the tiger grizzle out of the both. The other one might be, but I think it might be a pied. So hopefully this little guy survives. He's a little bit stunted if you can see him. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he makes it. That's why I've taken him out on his own, so he can be here and both parents are going to look after him. You can see how much smaller he is than the white one, so hopefully he makes it. And I do apologise, I'm a little bit sick now, and I've been looking after sick kids all day too, so I haven't really had a lot of time for the birds today, unfortunately. It's the first day of the weekend, which is Saturday, and all this weather and whatnot. And hopefully tomorrow we can get in here, give it a good clean out, and I can double check up on how those little birds are going. But all our rounds are doing pretty well. And massive. Those babies are pretty big, but this single one over here, he's the biggest. Come on, red hen. Look at the size of this thing. Definitely throwing after the big father, big Titan. Look at him. Good little baby. Alright, I'll leave these alone. Also, Turbosol. I've started giving them Turbosol in here for canker, just because we've got some new birds in here, and also the weather and things like that too. So I'm giving all these young birds the best chance possible, and the breeders to do their best to look after them, because gosh, there goes the wild Vanderblocks. Because I really want to produce some good babies this year. Starting to look at the options in putting 2 more nest boxes on that lower section. They'll probably be open fronts, just a board. Probably Leo and Storm can have one because they're already paired up, so they'll probably jump in there pretty quick. We're doing a little bit of shuffling probably as well. The hen that's in this box, I might want to use her. I'm not sure if we're going to continue using that cockbird because yeah, he's one of the humans. Not a bad bird, but I definitely want to bring in these Vanderblocks. They sort of come at a time when I wasn't really ready for them, but we're going to use them. I want to put them as priority breeding, those two. And we might even move along this hen over here because she's more of a long distance bird, and that's not really kind of where we're focusing on. I want to focus on that middle distance, so that's why we've got the Vanderblocks, things like that. So that one's copping a bit of a hiding there from Titan. He's the boss. And you can see, oh, there's Leo and Storm. He's chasing Storm around, so he's definitely ready to go. That's the hen there we'll probably use for something. I've picked 2 hens for these, so we'll probably go into that in another video, because I had to take out the big Leo Herman's hen, which you'll see is over in the other one, because this Mealy been trying to pair up with her, and I don't want to pair those two together. And I've also taken out the white hen as well. She's over in another loft. Hopefully we might be able to breed her and we can get a white baby and we can start breaking her in as well. Just trying to clear this space up a bit because this is going to get some serious breeding soon. Tiger grizzles not too far away from going. We'll get all those racks in, and then we'll get all 6 of these boxes breeding. We'll get the 2 boxes out here breeding as well, and maybe a couple more boxes in the other one as soon as we get a bit of traction on our other loft, so we can move all those young birds in there. But don't forget, hit the like button on this video and drop some comments down below. Bit of a mucked up day today, just because looking after sick kids in this kind of weather, you just can't get anything done. So hopefully tomorrow we can get in here, clean all this out, and maybe even talk about the pairing for these guys and a few other bits and plans, get the birds up for a bit of a fly as well, and also check on that little tiger grizzle. So jump back tomorrow and check out tomorrow's video, and I'll see you all tomorrow.